That's what you gonna do. That's what you gonna do. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Unique Speaks, talking about what I'm talking about. Yes, because we got a topic to talk about today. Ready for, ready to get it in. Super excited to have this conversation. Because I'm actually not on here to bash anybody. No baby mama, no baby daddy. Uh-oh. So, with that being said, just know that I applaud every baby mama and every baby daddy who doing what they supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a stigma out here. And I felt like if I talk about it, if I have the conversation, an open conversation, it's a link up there. Hey, Shanita, how you doing? How you doing this amazing Saturday? Welcome to this live. Welcome to this live. I know you probably have some opinions, and this does not go towards just baby mamas and baby daddies. I know this whole entire world got an opinion about the drama that extends from baby mama, baby daddy situations. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I went to a little Mary Kay party today, so I had got out a little early, so I'm back and I'm like on YouTube and watching some stuff, and I'm sitting here like, what? It's a lot of drama in these streets, but I want to have a conversation about it, and I want to have an open conversation because I know I'm not the only one who sees it, but I want to speak on it in such a way that it brings awareness, and maybe somebody can get the wake up call. Maybe somebody can just, you know, come up with their own analogy with whatever's about the wisdom about to come across on this screen so they can get their life together. Okay, because we out here trying to help people. We ain't trying to tear nobody down, you know what I'm saying? But I'm doing great. Lashes, what's up? Where's Shonda? Hey girl, hey. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? I hope y'all are feeling amazing, doing amazing, because God is amazing. That's it. That's all. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yes, y'all come on in. Y'all thumbs up this video for me so we can push this out here to the atmosphere. Y'all already know how it is. We are always talking about great things over here. It's going to be a great conversation this evening. And I want some people to catch this, okay? This is for some baby mamas and baby daddies, okay? This is for some baby mamas and baby daddies. And you know why I'm going to talk about it? Because I'm a baby mama. Yes, I am. I'm a baby mama. And I got a baby daddy. So I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm gonna talk about something that I don't know nothing about. But I do know that there is a stigma on the drama behind baby mamas and baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? And I want to have the conversation so somebody can wake up and maybe think about their little relationships a little different. What's up, Frank G? Yes, Lashes, nothing but positivity. That's all it is. But we're going to talk about some things. And I know it's going to be some things that some people are not going to want to hear. And that is the part of wisdom and correction that people turn away from all the time. So, it is what it is going to be. Oh, no, you ain't missed anything, Rashonda. Ain't nothing to miss. Ain't nothing to miss but catching the live. Tori, what's up? Tori's Brain Games, what's up? Welcome to the room. Got me on the TV. You got me on the big screen, Frank G. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so y'all, as y'all just coming in, I know y'all gonna be speaking to one another because that's just how this family is. I want to go ahead and have this conversation, okay? And as I think I was trying to say before, I want to shout out, okay, to all of the parents out here that are co-parenting like some G's, okay? Like, that it's already hard out here in these streets, trying to just be adults and be a parent. But let alone when we're no longer together, we have now to create an atmosphere for our children, okay? This is what it's supposed to be about. And so I wanted to shout out to all of the amazing baby mamas and baby daddies are doing what they supposed to do, how they supposed to do it, maneuvering and operating in such a way, okay, that our babies are not being affected, okay? Ain't nothing happened to me, because let me tell you, I'm coming from an experience that I have experienced for 14 years now, okay? 14 years of co-parenting with my oldest daughter's father, okay? And, you know, I have all kinds of opinions that I can say, you know, but the opinion doesn't matter. Why? Because it's about my daughter. It's about his daughter. It's about our daughter. So it doesn't matter how he living his life and how he's showing up for her. It's not even about that. It's how I'm showing up for her, you know? And so I wanted to have this conversation with some baby mamas and some baby daddies, okay? And I want to speak on behalf of both parties, because it is a mental game playing against each other that keeps babies and mamas and daddies away from each other. You know, where the children are just caught in a crossfire in such a way that they have lost, they're just truly don't even know where they stand at. You know what I'm saying? And so I wanted to have this conversation, you know what I'm saying? To be like, come on. And I have the link pinned. Why? Because I know all of us have an opinion about this, and I bet I can combat every negative one. I bet I can. I bet I can. Because that's just how God set me up, you know, because there's a positive way to everything, but it's a choice if we actually choose to do that, you know. And I think a lot of us in life, we choose to go the negative route because it just satisfies the flesh so much better. But if you just try the positive side, you'll notice that it satisfies the soul so much better. So, hey, you know what? I'm going to take your car. I was playing. Y'all got my little baby boy right here, so y'all gonna hear him in the background because he likes to show up in all of our videos. Mine's and I'm different. Yeah. So let me see what y'all saying. Anybody got something to say? Anything so far? What, you know, just, you know, anything. Y'all can just throw it out, because I'm gonna jump right on in, because, you know, I just shouted out all the good stuff I need to say, you know. You gonna come right over by me and do this? You did that on purpose. Say my name. X-Main Gaming. What's up? What's up? What's up? Tamika Davis. Make sure I ain't miss nobody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay, so let's have this conversation, y'all. All right, so the first place I want to start is what happens when the relationship doesn't work. Okay, the relationship itself has nothing to do with the child, right? Right. So, like, when we don't work out, you know, the male and the female, we do not work out. The relationship doesn't work, but we have a child in the mix of everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go my way and you're gonna go yours. We're no longer together. But I believe this is where it all begins. Usually, and I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, because I'm not speaking no facts. I'm speaking from a place that I know that this is just how the enemy operates in stupidity, things like this. And this is a stigma that has gone too far. We have a lot of hurt women and a lot of hurt men from this stigma. And ever since it began to exist, it just keeps growing. And literally, we just hold the baby mama and the baby daddy to the same stigma, and it just flows. But it begins with the breakup. As soon as the breakup happens, we say we're going to go our separate ways, but we really don't do that. We really don't do that. And I believe that is exactly where the drama begins. The drama begins because I know I said I was going to go my own way, but I still love you. And instead of me saying that I still love you, I am angry at the fact that you are so easily to say, yeah, I'm going to go my own way too. Why you ain't fighting for me? You know? And so on the female standpoint, we're emotional. We are emotional creatures. We were created as companionships. So therefore, if you leave us or you talking about you go do something different, but yeah, I'm going to be here for my child. So what about me? So immediately we got animosity. And I'm gonna speak on the women for a minute, Okay, because I am a woman and I just want to speak from this place because there's a lot of women that are stuck on the bitterness of the man leaving us so they can live their own life. And what's what we're supposed to be doing? That's what we're supposed to be doing. But we can't because we're attached. We're attached because of the soul tie. Okay, we didn't make this baby with the condom just being solid. We made this baby by the condom busting or we didn't use one. Okay, so therefore there was a transfusion of spirit through that semen. Okay, with that, okay, now I'm tied up. I am tied up into a trenches with this man. Ladies, that is why you are so attached. That is why you're so attached. And I am speaking as if I know I have my family in the room, but I know that there's going to be some people that catch this replay. And I am praying. Hey, what's up, Keith Jenkins? What's up? I am speaking as if millions are going to see this video because that's how I speak anyway. I'm speaking that I'm touching millions and millions and millions of souls because Bree Fridge, what's up? I'm speaking because I'm telling you, ladies, we are stuck. We're stuck in that spiritual soul tie. That soul tie that we are connected to that man in such a way that yes, we want to go our separate ways. Why? Because we mad. We mad and we can't get to the bottom of the situation. So yes, we have a child together, but I'm just mad at you about this whole thing. And so now we got to go our separate ways. But now I feel that after 5 minutes later, I love you. I don't want you to leave me. So it happens. Yeah. So it happens. The man is gone and you are left with the child. That creates the separation anxiety of the fact that you're no longer with the man that helped you create the family that you have. But now that he is going to move on and you know what that other woman may get. Why? Because you experienced it for yourself. Whether you liked it on the good days or the bad days. But now you bitter. So the whole separation anxiety of it all. And now you bitter. We got to talk about it because if we don't talk about it, the hurt begins to stay and linger and it grows. And that woman, y'all, that woman that's supposed to be our sister, I don't care if she white, black, purple, or green. That's our sister, ladies. And when we see women literally degrading, hey, what's up, Tam Tam? When we'll see women degrading other women because of the fact they mad. But they mad for a reason. They mad because the man left. Did he supposed to stay and just take up and be around all of that hussing and fussing and all that? No, he didn't. But she don't take away the fact that she mad and she bitter. And she's raising now the family that they created together. The child makes the family too. Because she can get with herself all day long. But when there's a child involved and you know you have to look at that child all the time and say, where is the father that helped me create this baby? What's up, Tammy C? So yeah, we gotta have the conversation about the ladies who are bitter. Because that's what you see when you see a woman, a baby mama who is mad, running to the courts. Oh, you is my baby daddy. Oh, you gonna spend some time with this, my child. You gonna do this and do that. But let me tell you straight up, the man ain't gonna want the oblige. The man is not going to want to have a conversation with you because you bitter. If you have your intentions on that child, then that man may come on into place where he needs to be. Rashonda says, let's see. I personally feel like women don't take the time to choose who is going to be the father of their child. That is very, very true. That is very, very true. Rashonda, I personally feel like women don't take the time to choose who is going to be the father of their child. And sometimes, you know, the choice needs to begin before we open our legs. You understand what I'm saying? It's not about choosing to say, oh, yeah, you're going to be my child's father. It don't work like that. It's who you're going to open your legs up to and the possibility of you getting pregnant, hands down. See, I might be having some young teenagers like my own daughter, you know what I'm saying, that may be looking at my videos and I need to be real about that thing. Nothing but facts, and I only been there 10 seconds. Come on now, TSM. Bro, what's up? You sometimes we don't even know we're actually making that choice when we lay down and open our legs. And then we bitter afterwards because we pregnant and he don't want to stay. But you lay down and opened your legs because he was what? He was fine. Oh, he had some money. Oh, he had that nice car. We got to talk about it. Shame the devil. We got to tell the truth. I'm a woman. I was a young girl too. And there was a lot of stupid reasons why I laid down and opened my legs. And not every time I got pregnant. But you never know. It could be what? Just like TSM, it could 10 seconds. Well, TSM, you know, are you saying 10 seconds? Like that's how long it is? I don't know. Like I'm just like, I just throw that out there. But no, it could be 10 seconds, be 5 seconds. It don't take long. As soon as it go in, you can get pregnant. You can get pregnant. You are laying down at the possibilities of getting pregnant. That's how you make your choice. That's how you make your choice. Bro, no, I ain't throwing no shots. Y'all, let me go ahead and let me put that disclaimer out there. I ain't throwing no shots because he's making a comment. But there's some guys out there, the young ones. You about 14 years old laying down with a female. Come on now. You all premature. You don't know what's going on. Baby girl pregnant. That's how it happens, though. How can we choose? Ladies, how can we choose? How can we be choosing who's going to be the father of our children when we're so quick to open our legs? And that ain't no choice about your child yet. You ain't even thought about that child yet. You would have thought about laying down with this fine dude with the money and the cars and the good and just all the good stuff going on that you think that's the good stuff going on. Come on now. I love it. I'm loving this because this is an awesome conversation. Tammy, see, it's the babies that get hurt. Absolutely. Because when we lay down for them 10 seconds or 10 minutes, we didn't think about no baby. We was thinking about the ooh and the ah and the climax of it all. Oh, I done had him. And then a dude, oh, I done had her. I done knocked her down. Not thinking that in that moment, there was a baby that was being conceived. Not even thinking about it. And that's how, how simple-minded we can be when we have sex. We don't even think about the things that happen. We just know that it feels good. And then we sit back looking crazy. Come on, let's talk about it. Rashana say, I don't care how many children you have with the man. If he does not love you, he is out the door. Come on now. Love, sometimes love can't even be existence because we done found him in the club. And you know he don't love you. But maybe you're too drunk. Maybe you're too drunk and you lost all your moral and respect. So you decided to open your legs. We got to talk about it. Y'all know I be talking about what I'm talking about over here. And I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. So the devil can leave some of these people's minds. Clement Chronicles, what's up? How you doing? We just talk about some real stuff over here. Some real stuff. Some real stuff. There's some real stuff, the conversations that we need to be having with our teenage girls when they 12, 13 years old. Yeah, don't get older and think you finna go to the club. I'm not gonna be the one with you. The moment that you feel like you're old enough to go to the club is the moment that you get out of my house. Because I know what's at the club. I was in the clubs. And you only looking for one thing. You looking for a snatch. And if you're a boy or a female, you're looking for a snatch. You want to be seen. Let's talk about it. I'm a baby mama, so I ain't throwing nobody under no bus. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole baby mama in these streets. I co-parent with her father. Bring the loudest. Hey, help sister out here. What's up, Dominique? What's up, sis? Yes, real talk stuff. We gotta be speaking to our young girls, We gotta be real because life is real. It is not about the Barbie dolls and ooh, that's cute. It's not cute. And it's a reason why, when back in the day, you talked about the birds and the bees and stuff like that, but it really don't need to really go in detail now because they're gonna learn about it. They learning about it on TV. They learning about it in school. If they ain't learning it from you, mama, daddy, they're learning it in school. And so now we as ladies, we growing up. We're growing up and we're coming out here. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now we got to figure it out. It's time to figure it out. We trying to figure it out. You know, we laid down, and now we have no moment to think of that. I'm about to have a baby after this. You're going to have a baby after this. And every time you open your legs, I can guarantee you that needs to be something that mother tells her daughter. Every time you open your legs, you're going to get pregnant. Not to scare you. It's a possibility. This person that you decided to open your legs with is a possibility could be your baby daddy. And you think he's gonna be there for you? If he so easily slipped up between your legs right after the club, he don't think he gonna do that no more? You don't think he gonna do that no more? Oh, you that one. Oh, you that one. You gonna lock him down with the baby too? You gonna lock him down with what's up between your legs? No, you're not. He's not gonna stay. And I don't know what words we have to say besides the trueness of the fact. But we dance around it, but like, no, just don't do it. Just don't do that. That's not right. Don't do that. Tammy, see, we talked to our boys when they were young too. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We got Tam. Oh. Let's bring her up. Because we want to have that. This is an open conversation. I see y'all in the comment section, but this is an open conversation, y'all, because this got to be had. We got daughters. Hey, what's up? Are you mute? I can't hear. Let me turn up my thing. Okay, there you go. I was like, let me turn my thing up. What's up? You know, I'm on here talking about baby mama, baby daddy, so, you know, because we got little girls. You got little girls, I got little girls, and I got a son, you know? And so now it's time to have this conversation because we got women out here that are now walking around bitter, mad, and completely upset. You know what I'm saying? And my next question for you, because you up here, you gonna catch this question as I also open it up to the audience, because y'all can come up too. I think I can get up to 6 people up here. You know what I'm saying? I want to have this conversation. What is your general take, on the stigma on baby mama, baby daddy situations out here in this world today, and where you think it stems from?
I think the stigma stems from a woman not loving herself first. So she get out here and she do whatever and whatever to be seen, and then she end up pregnant. And I think that maybe she ain't know no better, or maybe she ain't pay no attention, But all we can do is just hope for the best for them and just you know just pray for them, right?
Right. Yes, we got to pray for them. Definitely keep them lifted up. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, they don't love themselves. And that's because if they don't love themselves, because I believe that as whoever their parent could be did not teach them that. And I do understand there is so many different circumstances that could lead to a child not being able to receive the love that they should have received. They have the foster care system where they have to make up their own make believe of a family and parenthood and what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? And I know even the ones who maybe have grown up in single parent households, but whoever was around them. And I'm also going to go against the foster care system, that they don't have people in place to give love. They just see money. It's a job. You know what I'm saying? And not seeing that they got a whole generation in front of them in their hands, that they're going to reach this world and they're going to find sex to be so appealing that they're easily lay down. Rashana says we have to teach our daughters and sons that it only takes one time, and it only does take one time. And just like I was saying, who's teaching that? So I feel like the foster care system is so jacked up, you know what I'm saying, that it's just not taught. And then you have the single family households. The type of assistance that you're going to get is what, housing and some food stamps? What about some classes? What about somebody who can help me mentally And it's not even free. Because if you don't have the money, then you might as well shut yourself out, right? So there's no awareness being brought into the streets of how we're supposed to carry ourselves. And that is on all races. All races. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me. Y'all talk to me. We got Frank G says, my parents never taught me about the birds and the bees, and I had to find out for myself in them days. Wow. And Frank G, I can only imagine how you had to learn how to do that. Hey Terrence, what's up? Welcome to the live. I can only imagine, Frank G, how you had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? And just like it works with soul ties with a woman, it works like that for a man. Would you agree, Tam?
Yes, absolutely. Um, and as content creators, or even just as somebody, a figure to look up to, we got to be mindful of the fact that somebody's watching, and that we're gonna have to, or we should, not that we have to, but we should, just continue to motivate our young ladies. Because if you look at it, when they look on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, all you see is negativity. You see fighting, you see the girls doing this and that, and trying to get attention. So they're gonna do whatever to get that attention.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you're right, Tammy. See, it's for the boys as well. You know what I'm saying? Like the main thing that I do know, that with our boys is that we have to say the same language as we're speaking to our little girls. You lay down with her, you getting up with the baby. And and this is not about STDs, because that's a whole nother conversation. You understand what I'm saying? But just the fact of combating the stigma of baby mama, baby daddy drama. You know, we opening our legs and we're sticking everything that we don't even love, because we don't even know what love is first. Just like Tam say, like we don't even love ourselves in such a way that we can lay down and create life with someone we don't love. And that is where it ultimately begins to me. Literally, after the relationship, it ends, whatever y'all have had, and you walk away, at that moment, I just believe that, you stuck with your emotions by yourself. And the enemy gonna eat you up. Eat you up. And eat you up in so many directions, which creates the bitterness. Because you knew that you didn't want this to happen the way it happened, but now that y'all not working out because y'all not working it out, relationships go through their ups and downs, but we shun our children from certain conversations that they have to go out there and figure it out for themselves. I'm trying to catch up with the chat, y'all, as I'm looking and stuff. Keeping up with China. Welcome to the live. He said they didn't want to talk about that subject. And this is why this conversation is happening right now. This is why I am opening up this conversation right now, because not just because we're adults, because this conversation can still happen. The awareness is awareness, but this is also so we can catch the next generation that's behind us. You know what I'm saying? We can't be like our parents and be like, no, I'm not going to have this conversation. This is too. How do you talk to your babies, Tam? Like, do you be straight up with them, or do you be like kind of candy coat stuff? And then there's no right or wrong answer to this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Me personally, I'm straight up with Nene. Nene just turned 11, and we started having conversations at about 9, just kind of about herself and having confidence in herself, and not letting nobody talk her into doing anything she don't want to do, and then always relating back to the Bible, because it's all in the Bible. But nobody talks about that nowadays.
Exactly. And that's good that you even started as early as 9. I like what Dominique says here. She says, we speak loud in truth after we F up, not before the F up. And that is the main beginner right there. Because yes, you're in your bitterness, but know why you're in your bitterness. Know why you're angry. Because you laid up with this person and you wasn't sure. You wasn't sure enough, or that y'all didn't fight hard enough. And we can't put it all on the man. And I think that is one of the craziest things about ladies and men. Like we want to blame the other person instead of taking our own responsibility. Because that's what I hear in Dominique's, comment. We don't take our own responsibility. We speak up all the stuff that we need to say after we do everything the stupid way. No, like let's talk about it when we did it. I'm not going to be mad here. I'm not going to walk around bitter. I'm not going to walk around upset because I do know the fact that, I did this. I laid up with you just as much as you laid up with me, And just like Tam says, as early as 9, our babies are learning from school. They learning from cartoons now. You know what I'm saying? They're learning from cartoons.
It actually came about, that conversation came about because she was telling me about somebody at school had told her information about, things. And I'm like, what? So we sat down and we talked about it. Mommy, I don't want.
Yes. And that was that time to have it. As soon as your baby brings a question, it's being talked about. I don't care if your child even dances around the question. It is time to have the conversation. Hey, Destiny. Bree says, yeah, friend G, that's a tough subject for a lot of parents. It is a tough subject, but it's an important subject. Because the same grown folks that we see walking around in these streets right now that are bitter and cussing the baby daddy out and the baby daddy treating that woman wrong and the children just caught in the crossfire had parents one way or another. And somebody dropped the ball. Somebody dropped the ball. And now here we are, who we feel like we got it all together. And so we looking at them like, oh, she should have did this. He should have did that. Instead of us having the real conversation about speaking the truth. I want you to heal, my sister. I want you to heal, my brother, because you got a baby. That's your seed. That's your seed. That's what you carry. Dominique said, I think kids turn to sex when they're bored. Keep these kids busy and tell them the truth. Yes. Tell them the truth. Dominique, yes. Girl, you come on up here too. We got to tell them the truth. I just want to have this conversation because this conversation, I will pray and hope that it will lead us when we start to see people, we begin to pray, y'all. Instead of so quick to open our mouth and say, why is she acting like that? He needs to do better. It could be a reason. Most men do not want to be a father figure to their child that they done laid down with, whether it was 5 seconds to 5 minutes. They don't want to because that woman is taking them through hell. Taking them through hell. And my biggest advice to a man would be to show up for your child regardless. Get some business by yourself and get some rights on your side. The one thing a woman is going to do, we're going to run to the courts. We're running the child support. But we got to raise our men up now. I don't know, if you want to lay down and you want to stick your thing in there, you better get up and take care of that child. Period. Well, she be nagging me. She be always doing this. Well, you better take her to court then. Take her to court so you can get your visitation rights. Take her to court so you can get your child support taken out if that's what you want to do. Keep your receipts if you don't want to be on child support. I'm going to be talking to my son if he want to do some stupid stuff. And I'm going to tell him some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep your mind busy. And keeping you in school, that's boring sometimes to some kids. Not everybody's meant for college. You go to college and that's what babies are made. Come on now, let's talk about it. Tammy C says, I had no idea about it and it seized me. It caused me to be abused. Come on. From the lack of conversation. Oh, I just pray that these comments stay and when I post this video, because I pray that people catch these comments. People need to see that this is what causes other things to happen in our life due to the lack of conversation. Like we dance around this stuff. What's up, Points Plank Travel? Narita, Uplifting Ministry. Welcome to the room. Destiny, welcome. Welcome, y'all. A lot of things stem from this. The anger, the bitterness, the brokenness, the lost from the lack of conversation. I didn't come clean to my mom about me being raped and molested until I was 25 years old. And these are facts. These are real facts. And I'm thank God I'm delivered from it. I can have the conversation with my daughter before she gets 25. She's 14. I had the conversation with her, I believe, when she was 12. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but my mom didn't even share me her story until I told her mine. So she had a story on the inside of her the whole time. Most of us have stories on the inside of us, but we hold them from our children because our parents kept them from us. But if you really just took the time to think about it and say, well, the reason why I made some of the mistakes I did make in my life was because I just didn't have the conversation. Nobody had the conversation with me. So how we break that curse? How we break that curse? Tammy C says, I'll speak my truth so it may not happen to someone else. Exactly. Exactly. That's why I thank God for my deliverance so I can speak about some stuff.
You know what? That makes me think about the fact that when we think about situations like this, we think about the man not doing right and the woman having to take him to court and so on and so forth. But what about that woman who don't love herself and who don't treat that man right, and that man had to just go? He might want to take care of his kids, but she won't let him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Using the kids as
our sons.
Using the kids as leverage so that she can always have control over that man.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably, it's crazy.
Yes, it is. And like I say, it starts at the breakup. Or even if it was even a relationship in the first place. Because like we were saying before, like it don't take long. It could be that one night stand. So how are you holding somebody accountable to that you don't even know who they are? Half the time when we get in relationships, we don't even get to know the person good enough. We're so ready to lay down with them because one of my biggest reasons was that I felt like it'd keep him around. Not the baby, the sex would. Because sex is such a strong stigma for men, such a way that if you don't have sex with them, they gone. Well, I would tell my daughters to this day, well, he don't want you. He don't want you. If sex is the only thing that's going to keep you here, then you can go ahead and leave. Because there's so much more to us ladies than what's between our legs. And there's so much more to men than y'all's poles. But we can't, sometimes I just know that the enemy has planted this stigma that is normal. This is how you flow. This is how we are now. Like we can't even come against the grain now because I want to be like everybody else. Everybody else around me done had sex. But now you got a baby. They ain't got no babies. But you the one with the baby. Now what you gonna do? The navigation in that alone, y'all. Oh my gosh. We'll be on here talking forever. But I wanted to have the conversation just so we can go ahead and put out here that we don't hate you. We don't hate you as men who are trying y'all best, the ones who are trying. And then women, we don't hate you because you're bitter and you're walking around mad. We want to love on you so you can stop walking around bitter and being mad. You know what I'm saying? And so that man can show up. And that's another reason why my Awakened Woman series was so effective, because I wanted ladies to get back into their placement. Is before even becoming a mother. Is even as a woman, we do not allow men to be men because we so powerhouses want to take control over everything. And that's the same thing, like Tam says, when we become a mother. We use our child to even bring more power. Narita says, didn't work because it was never ordained by God. Absolutely. Anything out of the will of God is not going to work. It's not. It's just not. And then if we try to get it together, it can get together. The God is going to follow how you going to put your truths into place. But if you're going to keep being messy, y'all ain't going to bless it. I'm catching up with the comments. I know y'all speaking to people. Dominic says it's a natural thing. It should be an easy convo, especially with how open TV and music is. Whew. Come on now, y'all. How many? Let's have this conversation. Dominic, you is helping me out with flowing of this conversation because the WAP song As a woman,
Mm.
I was completely upset. Tam, come on,
No, I can't even comment on that. I lost all
I was,
respect.
I was so upset. And then there was like, I saw conversations talking about, well, what you talking about? Well, we was dancing back in the day to Uncle Luke. Well, somebody should have told us then too. WAP is yet another song that we know where it brought us. So we gonna make this okay. You know, I mean, I literally couldn't even entertain the conversation long enough on Facebook because it was somebody I really dearly loved. And I'm just saying, like, I can't have this conversation with you because you want to sit here and make it okay for the WAP song to come out knowing what Uncle Luke and all them other people, you know, back in the day that was singing, don't ride no white horse. Come on now, like, that's what we grew up on. And look what? It took us long enough to get it together. This WAP song coming out for kids in there. I'm talking about 10, 11 years old, know the lyrics and know what they talking about. Some music I ain't even get to hear till I was a teenager. What's up, Tay?
A CD, it was a rap CD, and it had a little bit of cussing in it. My mama took it, and she was like, So, like, my mama didn't have that conversation with me, but I knew better. You know what I'm saying? So I think it also starts with us as parents talking and you know, taking ownership and being uh what is the word I'm thinking of? Not aggressive, but you know.
Like Dominic said, it should be easy. It should be easy. You are talking to your baby that's about to go into the world that you already know now as an adult is corrupted, hard, and deceitful, and it brings no good if you ain't got no good head on your shoulders. Who do you think gonna put the head on your child's shoulders? The school? You better hang that up. Teachers ain't teaching like they used to no more. You can't even whoop the kids no more. And back in the day, that used to be a good thing or a okay thing, but it just got worse over time because of an abuse. People abuse the things that had liberty to do. But now we're it truly does take a village to raise our children, and we cannot depend on nobody else. We got to play our part as parents. And if we would, as parents, would focus on raising our kids, we wouldn't be so bitter and broken baby mama, baby daddies. We the focus is not even on the child no more. It's about us. But the fact that you got the title of a baby mama, baby daddy, somebody need to come get this kid. Because if y'all arguments are over how much money he's paying and if he's showing up and she's argumentative and she wants you to always do this and do that, it's not about the child no more. Y'all can't even raise the child. By the time y'all get it together, the child's 17 years old and seen everything that y'all done went through. Ain't gonna turn around and do almost the same thing. Like, we got let's put the conversation out here. Narita says, I'd rather do supervised visitation. Some baby dads just try to use the baby mama because they're on child support and mistreated a good woman. Hey, the hands down, Narita, you absolutely right. You know, supervised visitation is definitely something that was put in place because of the trustworthiness that we don't have in one another. You know what I'm saying? And if that is the placement, and hey, that's what we need to put in place. But at the same time, that man, you know, for my opinion, he has to have his alone time with his children. He's a man. Now, like I say, if we have a trust issue to where we don't trust what he'll do with our children, now that's something totally different. Something totally different, definitely, hands down. But as we get along time with our children, we got to trust that father is going to do the right thing amongst his child or his children, you know. But hey, like I said, everybody has a different situation while things are put into place. But are we restricting the man from being who he needs to be if he feel like he got to be watched? I laid down and had this baby with you and nobody watching us but God. I'm just, you know, just throwing that out there. And Rita, I would love to hear your feedback on that. Breeze Fridge says, just as much of a responsibility the parents have, I also think children need to take some accountability. Some parents done everything right, 100%. Kids are curious, and that curiosity leads to this. Absolutely. Curiosity does. But I will also like to combat that, even with parents being everything they needed to be, the curiosity also still will instill in that child on what to do. The navigation system is what's not being taught. We have no morals. We have no respect. If those parents did everything they were supposed to do, you would have respect for yourself, that your curiosity would not lead you to disrespect yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, I have 3 children. Tam has two children. You know what I'm saying? And we could say that we're the best parents in the world. I could say that all day long. And my child probably still go out there and be curious. But she gonna be curious with some smartness. I'm talking about, I already done told her. I said, you lay down there and you do something stupid, you can't come for me. Because I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the ins and the outs, okay? Now, I think, when we can say that we had some good parents out there doing the right thing, we can't always say that, because what caused this child to be that curious then? What truth did they release? It's just a question. I'm not combating, but I can't, even as me being a parent, that I am doing 100% everything. I can't say that. I just know that I ain't sugarcoat nothing. And everything that I knew that found hard to do and hard to get through, I'm talking about it with my child. I am spitting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Sam, what you want to say about Bree's comment, because she's very valid. We have some parents out here that are doing awesome jobs, but we have curious kids, that leads to this bitter, this baby mama, baby dad drama.
I guess I'm just trying to because of kids, like you said, if they had those morals and everything that they need growing up, then curiosity wouldn't lead them. Basically, I agree.
Tana says we have to be okay with being uncomfortable with talking about things, normalize these conversations. Absolutely. We have to normalize the conversation in such a way where, the child would not go out there to do something when you know that it'll harm you. I mean, I know how many of us used to have the DARE program out there. I don't know if anybody remember, but they had a DARE program where they tried to teach children about drugs and stuff like that. And the only thing that it really did was entice them. It enticed them because it was about don't. And but what if you did? And that's where, that's why I was my mind was going for Bree, you know what I'm saying? Because we can instill in our children the right things, but we don't talk about the what ifs. If you get pregnant, this is what's going to happen. This could happen. And the first thing I know that my child loves to say, well, that ain't gonna be me. Oh, I ain't gonna do that. But you don't know what your emotions are going to be then. I like to challenge the mind. And I'm still like that to today. As an adult, when I'm talking to other adults, I like to challenge the mindset. And so I challenge my daughter. I'd be like, so how you think you're going to be? Because you're just 14 now. How you think you're going to be at 18? That's 4 years from now. You could be a totally different person. So tell me how you think you're going to be when you have a whole child on your hip and the dude don't even want you no more. And she already done got a taste of it because she didn't want to slip up and have a boyfriend. Yeah, so y'all not together no more. But you failing in school. Not that she's failing in school. She's not failing now. But she was. Because we had to have the conversation. So you want to have a boyfriend, but you don't want to have A's and B's. The accountability starts when you start seeing the signs. The curiosity is not something hidden. We all been kids before, and we all know what that looks like when we're curious and we're trying to combat the grain of what's out there. Yes, self-love and self-care. You have a good one too, Bree, and appreciate you being here and commenting and too. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it. What Tay Weezy say? Let me go back. Sex ain't better than love. Absolutely. Come on now. Cause sex is sex. And it only lasts for like I said, 5-10 minutes. Love lasts forever and it covers everything. It covers the anger. It covers the disagreements. It covers the disappointments. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, sex is only temporarily. And then you can get it from anyone. Not everybody gonna love you. When you get love, that's rare. That's real rare. Tamika Davis says, my husband left and I am raising my 4 kids myself and proud of it. Come on now. You better say that, Tamika. Come on. Raising and proud of it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, how's the co-parenting coming along? Do you believe y'all co-parenting pretty well? You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be an amazing mother. You understand what I'm saying? But is he playing his part or do you know how to move around that? You know what I'm saying? Because see, that is the hard part. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm clapping for you, because when you said you're proud of it, yeah, not a lot of women can say that because they no longer can feel proud because they're more stuck on what the man is doing. You can't be a proud mama, a baby mama, or a proud single mama if you worried about what he doing over there. You got to be focused on your babies, and you got 4 of them. I ain't got tired about who you with and who you sticking. I got to raise my babies. They about to hit this world. They about to come into this world that's about to eat them up and spit them out if I do not prepare them. Like, real talk. All right, Tammy, you have a good night as well. Thank you for coming in. Terrence says, true story for me. I've been on 3 dates within 6 months. And real talk, each woman was ready to have sex literally the same night. My God. My mom and dad raised me to be respectful of women, but they also have to be respectful of themselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what, Terrence, I appreciate you as a man who respect women in that way. And that comes from teaching. That comes from teaching. Because see, and another man who is not taught that would have took advantage of all 3 of those dates. They would have been what? You want to what? Okay, let's go. Wouldn't have wasted no time. Would have been straight in the bed with them. But because you was taught that, you know what I'm saying? Someone put those morals in you as a man and how you treat a woman. You know what I'm saying? And what you really should be getting out of that woman. And sex is temporary. You want to have sex with me, but you don't know what else I have to offer you? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just super happy to hear that a man wants to, have those values and value themselves that way. Because men, I feel like men don't value themselves that way. And when they become baby daddies and the fact that they don't value themselves, they don't even show up. They don't show up as fathers. They don't show up as real men because they don't even value themselves. They just knew that they had a pole and they knew they could sleep with this woman and she gonna go nuts. That's it. Praying couple in the room. How y'all doing? Happy Saturday. Beautiful hoes. Always Tam in chat. Much love on purpose. We love you right back on purpose. BDBGP, what's up? Rashonda, she says, reality is you can have those talks with your children and plant them seeds, but when they go out into this real world, they are going to make choices. The question is, are they going to make the right ones? Absolutely. Are they going to make the right ones? But not only to make the right ones, but do they know how to navigate through them? You know? And that's what we have to have the full conversation. Just like I was trying to say about the DARE program. Don't just talk about the don't. Because that doesn't tell them how to get through it when they do. All I know is that I don't do it. But now that I did, what do I do? You know? Because we was there. You know what I'm saying? I keep trying to remind You know, myself, I'm 37 years old and I got a lot, and I pray the Lord I have more living to do, you know, but I'm speaking to myself, all people my age and older. You weren't always that old. You was a child as well. You was just as curious. So what about when you do? When you do? What to do? What do I do after this? How do I navigate through this? You know, what do I do next? The devastation sets in and the mental completely breaks down. And the only thing you can do is angry. You be angry at the people who didn't tell you this in the first place. And so now you in it and you don't know what to do. So anger, you angry at your children, you angry at that man, you angry at yourself, you angry at the people who raised you because you're in a situation and you do not know what to do. How many of us have been in a situation where we just didn't know what to do? And only because we didn't know what to do because nobody really told us what to do. We just knew not to do it. And now we done did it. And now we stuck. What's up, Ash? Ash Kambaj. Oh, Terrence said, yeah, that's that dare. That's that dare. That dare program. All right. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Dominique says, I'm not going to lie. My girls know the game and we discuss things daily. We practice life together. Oh my gosh, I love that. Practice life together. Life. Okay? Real life. Because once I'm dead and gone, I'm going to need you to have some tools in your toolbox, man. I'm going to need you to have some tools in your toolbox in this life. Man, this life is crazy. It's just, when I see it now, it's almost like throwing my babies out there right now. I got what, 2, 6, and 14. Throwing them out there right now and say, go live. First of all, my 2-year-old gonna be stuck because he ain't gonna know what to do at 2 years old. My 6-year-old, she's not gonna already know what to do because she's gonna be stuck, don't know what to do. My 14-year-old, she be like, I know how to cook, but she don't know how to manage no money. You know what I'm saying? She don't know what to happen when somebody says they love her. She don't know the difference. She don't know how to decipher through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how the ages get older, the little pieces that we add on to them. You know what I'm saying? And I believe the earlier you start, doesn't mean that I'm going to be ready to throw my child like 10 years old and she's going to know how to navigate. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that if we start in the early years, can you only imagine what we're producing out into the world with that time? Because about 18, 19, they're ready to graduate. I learned how to cook when I was 10. So shoot, by 12, I was talking about sex. And when this happens, yes, when the semen comes out, what's in the semen? Yeah, all that other stuff, blood, your spirit, STDs, pregnancy. So much, and then whoever you giving it to, y'all tied together for life. Like, that's the realness in it. And then how does that look like when you're tied together for life? Oh, well, that person might get on your nerves. That person could be obligated to you because of a child. Or you're going to walk around angry because that person gave you an STD and you'll never forget them. We got to talk about what happens after because, yeah, you're going to be curious. You're going to want to indulge. So what happens, how we navigate through that. So yeah, have that life practicing. I like that. Life, we practicing life over here. Life has to happen. I just hope my kids know if they F up, I'm here for them to fall on. Amen. Well, you know, I need to do better than Dominique because I told my kids I'm not.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Like maybe I should be a little open-minded.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, I'm not
in that situation.
You know, because my parents was there for me, but there was sometimes they couldn't, you know, they really had to let me kind of get in that mud a little bit to feel it, or I really wasn't gonna learn. Dominique, I commend you. You know, like I'm not saying you're wrong either. I'm not saying that at all because there is no rule book to that. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that I learned most of my lessons by really having to get it out of dirt myself. Tamika said he don't do nothing. See, that's exact. Tamika, I just knew you was gonna say that. Cause when you said you was a proud mama, Okay, raising them 4 babies. I was like, oh, she ain't worried about that dude right there. I don't know what he doing and how he's showing up, but she ain't worried. And that's exactly how we supposed to be. When you can say you're a proud single parent, it's because you are raising your children, and that is what you're doing. You're not worried about how he's showing up. You're gonna make it happen. And there's so many mothers back in the day that did that. You know what I'm saying? That just made it happen. It was just them. And you can have a whole man in your house and you still doing almost everything by yourself. If you want to walk around with the proudness being a parent, then you got to be the parent and not worry about what the other person or anybody else is doing. You are raising your children. And that's a task all in itself. Yes, Dominique said that's strength to me. I wish you well, and I know that feeling. And you know what? And I don't. I how should I say this? Sister to sister. You know what I'm saying, Tamika? I don't pity you at all. I don't pity you. I don't feel sorry for you. Why? Because you know what you did, and you doing the best parts of it, and that's raising your kids. So I applaud you. You know what I'm saying? Like Dominique said, that's strength. That's strength. So I don't feel sorry for you or anything. You were doing what you had to do because that's what the life that you know what I'm saying? I had to do what I had to do. I was a single mom of my one up until I got married. But I had to do I went through some stupid stuff that she had to see. Some stupid stuff because I love my mom. Ooh, I love her. But she didn't teach me some stuff. Some stuff that I wasn't taught. And I'm not saying that she probably didn't go through it. I don't know what that was, but it was just some stuff I didn't know. So my daughter had to see a lot of stuff my mom and this me had to do. You know what I'm saying? Before I got to a stability to now we're a whole happy family kind of thing going on. But so I commend anybody who is able to lay in their bed. You know what I'm saying? Like we did this. Like we can't blame nobody. We did this. So the way you showing up, hey, I commend you. Yeah, Tamika said, but I am not mad. But whenever he's ready to see his kids, the door is wide open. Girl, let me just Tamika, can you come up here? Like, I don't think she got a channel nobody. Girl, I mean, before I can even get to your comment, like I just knew this. You know what I'm saying? That is so freaking beautiful to me. You know what I'm saying? And that is why I'm so happy that I had this conversation because I just knew I wasn't alone. You know, like he doing whatever he doing. Hey, but whenever you wanted to come, I think it took almost a year and a half before her dad actually seen him. But when he said he was ready, I said, all right, come on. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm raising her. You know, and God allowed me to get a husband and have a male figure in her life. You understand? A father figure and a man who's going to be there and love her just like he would if he was here. You know, but because of our differences and whatever the case may be, we're not together. Because I'm not going to hold him accountable no more than he going to hold himself. That is not my place. Because I feel at the end of the day, the parent that does not show up for their children and they want to just stay with the riffraff and the drama, them children, they going to know the real deal. They gonna grow up and know the real deal and may not have much respect for you just because you took more time trying to figure out what's going on with my daddy instead of raising me. Mm.
It's funny because my situation is similar to yours. You know, as far as being a single mom at first. Nene is not the daughter of my fiance, but you know, I was with somebody who sweet talked me and told me I was beautiful and all this and that for maybe about 6 months. Then after that, he started yelling, screaming, kicking me down the steps, and so on and so forth. I ended up pregnant anyway. I didn't know my
Mm.
worth, okay? But I was a single mom. My mom and my dad were there for me, but a lot of things they wouldn't help me with. I stayed in their basement. My baby would be screaming. I know what she's screaming for. They wouldn't help because I had to learn. So, you know, I
Mm.
was very thankful when I met my fiance. You know, he could be that father figure for her, and he was. At first, she didn't like him. She didn't know where he came from or what he was about. But it was awesome. And me and him were together for 5 years before the baby came along. because at that time I had to learn myself. So I had a lot of encouragement at that time as well. I always try to be encouraging to somebody else because you never know who's listening. You never know who's watching.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. You never know who's watching. And that's the reason why I wanted to have this conversation and an open conversation. So, Tam, I appreciate you being up here because I want others to see what this looks like. Like Tamika, like, man, I wish your face could be shown. You know what I'm saying? Because people need to see what this looks like. We can survive this. We can combat the stigma of what the world wants baby mama and baby daddies to be. Yes, we done messed up. Like Dominique said, effed up. We done effed it up. We done laid down here, then thought this person loved us or whatever, made the mistakes, which we all make in different areas of our life. But when it involves bringing in new life, then life hits different. You know what I'm saying? And we have to show up different. And I mean, there's so many things play into that. And other women need to know that it's possible. It's just how you take care of yourself and not focusing on that man. You raise your children. You made this bed and it's time for you to lay in it, but lay in it the best way. Shoot, lay in it cute. Lay in it gorgeous. Lay in it with grace. You know what I'm saying? By focusing on you and your babies and let him reap his own consequences. We all reap what we sow, whether we like it or not. And just like you said, Tam, which I'm super happy to hear, you know what I'm saying, that you found a man that would come into your life that not only just embraced you, but embraced your daughter too. And that was the hard piece for me too. You know what I'm saying? That someone that was going to embrace me and my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for that. And if we focus on ourselves and we just focus on raising our children, God will do the rest. We don't have to be alone for the rest of our life. And if that is what our hearts desires, that we have a man, have a husband, God is going to do that. No matter how many beds you done messed up and had to lay in. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as we get ugly, we start treating people ugly, I don't see how God is going to bless that. So we have to be humble and stay humble, in the situations that we put ourselves in. I think I'm caught up a little bit too. Frank G says times have changed these days. It truly has. It truly has. And I told my daughter, I said, that's why I'm on Roblox now. I want to know what y'all on here learning and talking about. And Roblox is just like real life, but just in a game, and they be role playing. I'll be your mom, you be the daddy. And then they got babies on there. And I ain't seen it to all the way where you get the extent of having the issues with a baby, because that's playing games. I told her that ain't even close to having a real baby. You know what I'm saying? But Roblox is very open to whoever could be playing on the other side, with you in that chat room. And it could be grown men. You know what I'm saying? And I play it. I keep the chat box off. I told my, I cannot have this chat box on. They be talking. And that's why you don't know if you have teenagers or kids in there. I mean, the conversation be lit. You just be on a whole nother level. Tay, what's up? I see you saying, big sister. I'm just talking. I'm just, I'm glad Tam came up here with me, to dialogue with me, because this is some real stuff out here. Just like Frank G, we live in some changed times. Like I say, Roblox is teaching our kids in a whole nother way. Rashonda was speaking this to Tamika. I commend you. My mom was a single parent and I turned out very well with 3 degrees. That's what I'm saying. So I bet your mama didn't play, Rashonda. And if she was a single mom, I bet she was tough, like tough. Because she knew she was raising a girl. She was raising a daughter. So for you to push yourself and turn out the way that you did, I can only imagine that she wasn't playing no games. And there was a reality check that she gave you as well. Like, she ain't cut no corner. She told you the truth about some stuff, and it helped you along the way. That's what I made. I believe, that from my opinion, it makes a good parent, which I'm still trying to, advance myself in, because I will never put myself on no type of pedestal. I'm always trying to learn, seeing the opportunities to be real with my children. Don't be, for my girls, don't be that baby mama that goes out here to tear the man down when you the one who laid up with him too. you know. And my son, he's not even old enough yet, but if once he gets there, I want to teach him the morals of a man, that you need to respect women. Yeah, that woman probably like you and be all over you and want to pull your pants down to see what you got and do all of this stuff, but the moment you use it, you better know what to do with it after you use it, because something's going to come from that. A baby could come from that, you know. And you man up and do what you're supposed to do. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to be here for you. I need you to man up. And that's why I have to teach you how to be a man. You have to cook for yourself, clean for yourself. Don't be expecting her to do that, because you're going to be holding her accountable because she got a kid with you. Like, we got to be real about it, talk all the facts about it, and, you know, and keep it 100, keep it 1,000. Coach Mary Ma, how are you doing? Tay Weezy, now I know your age. How is that? You didn't say anything. What is he saying? No, I don't. How I know your age? Let me go back. Look, I gotta go back to the comment section. Like, where he say his age at? Because you said big sis, so you younger than me. So you younger than me? That what, 36? Like, I don't know. But real talk, you know, y'all, I appreciate y'all having this conversation with me. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, as a baby mama, I had to really deal with my emotions along the way, you know, with no navigation, because my mom is not a baby mama. She was married and she had me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? So I did not have, you know, my mom could not relate with me when it came to me becoming a baby mama. You know, when I divorced, because I did get married, but I was pregnant, then I got married because I was just trying to clean it up. But you didn't clean nothing up because we just wasn't meant, you know. And so divorce came, and then I'm a baby mama. The stigma is there on me, the one that I didn't want. I didn't want that title at all, you know. And then when I got it, I just knew I didn't want to be like everybody else. You know, I didn't want to be mad and treating him some type of way. I really wanted to show up different. And so once it came along, oh, you 36. Oh, he finally said it. Put it in the comment section. But yeah, I want, because I want, now that I know I done said so much, a whole hour and 11 minutes, you know, I just want everybody to know that is my realness. You know, I became a baby mama and I didn't know what to do. You know, I had no navigation system, but I dealt with my emotions. And then most of my emotions played out through my actions more than towards that person. You know, the way how I moved around. I jumped out of the relationship that I had with my daughter's father into another relationship where I wasn't prepared for, which just all she had to see was her mama with another man. And when that relationship didn't work, I was with another man and with another man and with another man, still trying to fill the void of hurt. And now that I'm stuck with this child that has to see me figure out life. Because I was in my early 20s when I had her. I think I was 22 when I got pregnant and 23 when I had her. So I was literally trying to navigate through life, you know, practicing life, trying to figure out life with her. You know what I'm saying? So it made it really, really tough. And so I could have taken that out on him, but I didn't, because I just knew that I needed him to be in her life one way or another. Whether I was going to be with him or not, I just knew that I wanted him to be in her life, and I didn't want her to hate me. That was one of my main things, that as a young child, because I see a 20-year-old now, I think you're a child to me because I was still growing up then. So when I see somebody in their early 20s, you still a kid to me. And I'm just being real, you know. And in my early 20s, I didn't have nothing to stand on, that I just didn't want her to hate me. That's my main thing. If she hate me because I kept him away, or I talked bad about him or something in that nature, I didn't want that. And so I let that carry me. And I feel like if somebody else's motives are different, then you can have a different outcome. But because that was my motive, that's how I ended up. And it got stronger over the years, you know, as I began to slow my behind down, because I was being fast out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just being honest. You know, but I was really just not only trying to find a boyfriend or a man, I was trying to, you know, really just trying to Find somebody that would take the place of him. Because now me and her, I just wanted a family. And raising her by myself, I didn't see family. So thank you, Rashonda. I really appreciate that, and so when I got, with Demetrius, and this is before, I'm different. Before I had got with him, it was more like really just skating on the ice. I didn't know how he was going to show up, but he ended up staying with me for like a whole week. And we probably will talk about how we met, our both sides of our story on our couples channel, because he was just saying that we're going to do some recording. But I do remember the time when he came up to see me. It was a whole week, and I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, like how it was gonna be, because he was always been in and out of my life for a long time, and you got to catch that on the couples channel how we met. But yeah, he was always in and out of my life for a very, 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 very long time. And so when this week happened, I was just like, but he was like really, I don't know, he was showing up like I ain't never thought he would show up around my child. Like I loved how she gravitated to him. I think, Tam, you was just saying that, how at first she was like,
yeah.
She was like, I don't know about this, so, and, Shania was kind of like the same way, but it didn't take her long. I felt like as long as she, saw me happy, I guess she was happy. I'm not sure. But when he, there was another gap between there, but he came back and it was almost like he didn't miss a beat. She began to call him dad before I could know it. And I was like, who told you to say that?
Yep.
Is that how it happened for you?
Yep. Mimi just was like, I feel like I want to call him dad, and I don't know if I should. And but he was very open to it. It was cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's how D was too. He was like, yeah, she called me dad. Oh my goodness. So I was like, yeah, I was like, well, she did that on her own, so that meant something. And even then, y'all, like when me and I'm different, got together, I can honestly tell you, I didn't know what was gonna come of that, because I got pregnant with Destiny before we got married. So, it could have went, my brother, I'm different. Oh goodness, Tay. um, but yeah, I didn't know what that was going to turn out to be. I really was kicking myself. And this is where awareness kicks in, because at this point I was, how was I? I know I was at least 31 at that time. She's 6, I'm 37. Yes, so I was like 30, 31 years old. So it was like, dang, I can't believe I done did this again. Now I'm gonna be a baby mom with 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? Because my mindset was set that's how, life is, like I could be left by myself. Things might not work out and I could be left by myself. So, because I could see why, God, definitely, that's how I teach my kids, like, wait till you get married. Because if a man will wait and do all of this stuff and marry you, oh yeah, you got a solid one. But when we out here, we do it all the crazy ways. We got to just like flip a coin and see if this going to work out or not. Am I going to have a family at the end of this? Because we did it out of the will of God. God asks us to wait. When a man finds his wife, he finds a good thing. And when he finds that good thing, he's going to treat her right. He's going to do right by her. He's going to make sure that he respects her. And he's not going to have sex with her until he has made it very clear that she is his wife, by marrying her, making her who she is meant to be in that placement. So when they do lay down, all the possibilities of things of happening will happen, and God will be protecting them. And that's what I believe. I do see why God put things in place, and we are the ones who went out of order. But thank God for his grace. And that's why we got Tam over here, a whole fiance, you know what I'm saying? And I'm over here married, because even doing it out of the will of God, it just gets be hard. That's the only difference. It just gets extremely hard. And so that's the story that I want to tell my children. And that's the story I want to leave off on this live, is that if you do it the way that God doesn't want you to, it's just going to be hard. You open yourself up to bitterness, anger, disappointment, and just everything else the enemy can throw at us, you know? And I know it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Living in this world, everybody else sexing. So it makes it very, very hard to, you know, live in this world, stay a virgin, and, you know, the men who don't want you because you ain't giving it up. And so it's going to make it harder. But it's the blessings from it, though. I would love to have a woman who did do all of those steps, you know, next to me to tell their story, because I know everything about them is blessed. I know everything was flowing the way it needs to, because that was the way God wanted it to be. Coach Mary Mom said, "Yep, thank God for amazing grace." Amen. Because if it wasn't for His grace, I don't think me and Tam would be standing here. we well, we had our hair pulled out, kids all over the place, just going crazy because, you know, but because of His grace, we was able to keep it together and find our way back, you know. The little things that, like I said, my parent, that's why I say I love my mama. I don't hate her because there were some things that she could have shared with me, but the things she did share with me helped me find my way back. You know, I didn't stay out in the wilderness too long. You know, I did my stupid stuff, but I was able to find my way back and get back to the morals that she was trying to teach me. It was just the navigation of it all that really helped me out there the longest. So, you know, Tam, if there was something, like if you had someone on here with us right now, you know, that was watching this video, you know, whether they on here now or they will catch this on the replay, what would you want to tell them? You know, like, you know, they're about to, let's say for instance, they was about 19, 20 years old. They in a relationship, they in love, you know, they haven't had sex yet, they don't have no kids yet. And like right before they're about to jump out into this world, like what would you tell them?
Mm.
And I want to know from y'all in the comment section as well, so I can say it out loud.
That's deep. I would start by be true to yourself. Because if you can't be true to yourself, you can't be true to nobody else. That speaks for itself. You know, you got to love yourself. You got to treat yourself nice. You got to take yourself out and do your hair and get your nails done and spend a lot of money on yourself. And you want to look nice for yourself. And then you can, you know, if you attract the right one, know your worth. Know what that one is and not just go for anything. You know, give give glory to God, number one, because without Him, you're nothing. You can't do nothing. You can't be yourself. And you know, just tread lightly. Just tread lightly, and whatever comes your way, you can handle it.
That's right. That's right. And I would definitely say it the same, you know, just, you know, tread very lightly, you know. And I like the fact that you keep saying, you know, take care of yourself. Aim at yourself, you know. Don't wait till somebody has to dress you up, take you out on nice dates and fine dining and doing your hair and getting your nails done. Do that for yourself. So you're not waiting and holding somebody accountable that they have to do it for you, you know? So if you're always taking care of yourself, you're going to also take care of yourself when you make your own mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And so, and that would be that advice for me. Like, just don't open your legs. That is your treasure box. And I wish I've known that, even though my circumstances are different, which is a lot of women have my story, where our treasure box were taken before we can even give it, you know? And so with that being said, I stand in the truth of knowing that, to bring that awareness back, talk about it. And that's why, you know, as an adult, I talk about it now with my child so she can share with me if it ever happened to her. Because what that did to me was send me into a roller coaster of life that I was not ready for. So I navigated through the awareness of what that did to me. And I was in 5th grade. So you're putting me at probably around the age of maybe 10 or 11 years old, not even a teenager yet. So my treasure box being taken from me in such a way that I didn't know how to talk about it. So if you have someone who may have done that too, and they're a child, It's time to have the conversation. Is yeah, you could be hurt about it. Yeah, press charges, do all of that, but you better be on that child like white on rice, because that has opened that child up to so many different things that they're going to try to navigate through that awareness, that openness. Truly, like you, I didn't think nobody loved me until I opened my legs to them. And that's real. And that's also what I'm going to tell my son, because I want my son to know that even his own mother, you know, that my innocence was taken by what man took from my between my legs. And I want him to think about that every time that a woman freely opens hers. You don't know if she even wants it or not. You don't even know if she's in the right mind. Something could have happened to her that she feels like she just wants you to like her. She just wants you to stick around. She wants you to love her. So love her and show her that you can love her beyond that. And that is gold right there. You got the treasure box, but the man got the gold when he can come and love you without having to touch you. You understand that was what I would say. That's what I would say. Speaking from both sides, you know, to a woman that hasn't been touched in that way, or had her treasure box taken, or if it was, you know, and I would say that to a male or a female. Like, yeah, don't navigate off that. Make it different. You can make it different right now. Yes, it happened, but you can make it different. Change your mindset and just go back to God, you know, because he's the only one that's going to help you. Now, I know everybody like, oh, well, you know, it's the God thing for me. You know, hey, if it ain't for God, then do it for yourself. You're gonna hold yourself up to nothing but negativity if you navigate with what happened. But you got to take what happened and turn it into something positive, and tell somebody so it don't happen to them. Tell somebody so they can move forward knowing that they can make it, because you can. I'm a survivor.
Junior.
Jazz fame.
I'm gonna throw something at you. Hush.
Oh my goodness. I'm not finna address Tay. I'm not even finna address Tay. Coach Mary Martha, communication is very important. Teaching both girls and boys children. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I'm aiming at both, you know. Baby daddies, y'all just be fathers, you know. Be more than just a baby daddy. Be a father. Baby mamas, be a mother, you know. Don't just be a baby mama. So if that's the title that we're going to roll around in, then that is how we're going to operate. We got to be mothers and fathers. And you can be a mother and a father without being married. You can be a mother and a father without being together. Just be a mother. Just be a father. And I believe that will go against the stigma that has been created in this time, in this nations across the world. You know what I'm saying? In so many different ways. So be the mother, be the father. So that is the conversation, y'all, that I wanted to have. And the engagement that I got from the comment section was amazing. It was absolutely what I was expecting. Tam, I thank you so much for coming up, because it was just able to give us another insight from someone who had to get it out of the mud, just like another mother had to, you know what I'm saying? And knowing that our parents weren't there to help us, we had to figure it out. But yet we have grace that we can get into a relationship that will love us. You know what I'm saying? Someone will love us with our children that we have. Life does move on. But we could have been, me and you, Tam, we could have been some bitter baby mamas. And the only thing we would have had was each other sitting here talking.
I know that's right.
We wouldn't have had no me. And that's the thing. Like, nobody want to have no relationship with nobody who is all bitter on their ex.
Exactly. That's what the ladies don't understand. And for somebody who might be in that type of situation, you know, throw yourself into that work. Throw yourself into that education, you know. Show your baby that there's more to life than running after a man.
Yes, Lord. Girl, you said a mouthful right there. Whew. And I know we were built that way, y'all. I know God created us to be helpmeets and be companions. But I'm telling you, to be that companion, we gotta have some smarts about us too. Okay, we gotta have some smarts. Why? Because we're gonna get with this man that's gonna be everything that we need, and we're gonna add to that. But we can't add to him if we always chasing around Tom, Dick, and Harry. We ain't trying to find that one, that husband. We just like, oh, dude, you ain't work out. Okay, I'm going to the. Oh, you ain't work out. I'm going to the. Oh, you ain't work out. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. I'm telling you, it don't create nothing. And, a lot of women probably turned out like that. Always bouncing around trying to figure it out. Aim for your husband, and you don't know where he at and what he look like. So you need to focus on yourself until he come around. Because you'll be full of bitterness. I'm telling you. Don't be full of bitterness. I celebrate you too for sharing your experience. Very helpful conversation. Oh, thank you so much, Mary Ma, for just for being here. Because I love your content. You're always bringing awareness with your wisdom on your channel. You know what I'm saying? And we're just doing it from our generational standpoint. Where me and Tam both are in our 30s, and and it's our generation that's really running amok here. To be honest with you. And it's the generation behind us that's not that far behind us. I actually know that I have I have nieces and nephews. I have a nephew he just turned 21, and he's trying to figure out life. And and because of his father and because of his mother, the lack of wanting to teach him certain things, it kind of saddens my heart. And him trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to put nobody's business out there. You know what I'm saying? My family is my family, and I love all of them. But it saddens me that that's not only just in my family, it's across the world. The lack of teaching, the lack of conversations is truly just set the next generation up after me and Tam's failure. Like complete failure. Like us, like our generation, this some of parents like my age and Tam's age literally trying to be our kids' friends. Like what? And so if we trying to do it, we can only imagine what they trying to do when they had to go, oh, I'm pregnant, girl. Yeah, I'm pregnant. You pregnant too? Like, oh, it's a trend. But we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. I ain't no CJ so cool over here. I ain't showing off all my gadgets and nice shoes and clothes and stuff like that, because life is not all like that. Life is real. And when you get to bring a baby into play, whew, so many other emotions come in. So we got to talk about it. Oh my goodness. Tay in this hot, now you on to the hot burrito sandwich. Like first you was on the hot chill. You in this hot stuff. I don't do the hot stuff. Oh, hold on. What? Who had gastric bypass surgery? You had it, Coach Mary Mom? Oh, that's his name. Oh, okay. So Jazz Fame, you had gastric bypass surgery, and I need to go and check your channel out. I don't waste no time, because especially when I seen the name, I'm like,
It's Jazzy Boo. She is awesome.
I'm still catching up, See, and I knew I didn't have, because when I see a name and I'm like, ooh, and I'm engaging with you, no, I gotta snatch you up. It's time for me to snatch you up. What am I missing? There you go. Jazz Payne. I'm number 42, okay? And I got my bell on, okay? And I'm coming to watch. Coming to watch. Yeah, I try to do it right then and there, because if I don't, you know what I'm saying, I just forget, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Most times I got these 3 kids, I'm married, and life happens over here for me. And so I thank you for being here, supporting me. And I don't even know if you was aware. I'm glad you ain't one of those people that are like, oh, you ain't supporting me, ain't supporting you. Because I sure didn't have you, and I have you now. And I want to learn more about you, because you've been hanging in here with us, with this conversation. And I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all of you all being here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real stuff happening out here in this real world. And I am all about just bringing awareness. So I believe, like, every Saturday, I'm just going to be talking about some real facts, some real things that we all face in this life. The word of God is one thing, but some people still do not know how to apply that word to their real life. And this is real stuff that's happening around baby mama and baby daddies. And we are always combated with that some form of fashion. When people are dealing with that, we see it, but we want to help them people get past that. Be a father. Just be a father. But she won't let me be a father. But he act like that. Be a mother. And if we can focus on that, I believe all that stuff in between will go away. I really believe that without a shadow of a doubt. And the only way that you can be a better mother and a better father is by getting into the word. But now you know. It stems from all kinds of places. From childhood, hurt, pain, brokenness, lost. All of that's coming from that. And every time you open your legs up to somebody, that's who you open your legs up to. A person who could be hurt, broken, and lost. And you don't know that until things real life actually happens, like bringing a child into the world. So just like Rashonda was saying, choose wisely. Choose wisely. You don't know who you're going to end up with one day. And you don't know how they're going to react in every season. So see them in their seasons. And the only way y'all really feel like you're going to see somebody in their season, you better marry them. Marry them. Don't put that ring on it. Wait on it. You know what I'm saying? If I can go back and talk to myself, that's what I would say. Like, if he don't want you, then he just don't want you. Oh, so what? You be by yourself then. Because if he takes you to over your legs, then God dang it, that ain't how it gonna go. You're gonna leave yourself stuck. So, well, thank you so much, everybody. I've been on here long enough. I don't even want to say how long. It's long enough. And the conversation was so real, so needed. And I think I'm going to keep this going. On Saturdays. We're going to have some real grown-up conversations, and I think next Saturday, because we was kind of dancing around, sex, just in general, I would like to talk about the realness in sex, and all the things that come with sex, the sexual soul ties, and why we not just baby mamas, just straight women or men, why we be so hurt over the breakup. Well, there was a soul tie happen, and I want to talk about it on a spiritual level. So if y'all want to meet me here next Saturday at 6 p.m. or I'm gonna say 6 p.m. But if anything, I'll put that in my little schedule, and y'all will see it, so y'all can catch the real talk on Saturdays. And hopefully Tam will come on back up. We'll get engaged in some more conversation, because this is something that was intriguing me. I think I was talking to her about, I was thinking about it on Fridays, but Fridays, it's still a good Friday, but kids get out of school, and I just feel like, it's still trying to wind down for that day. So Saturdays, we should be all wind down. And if I don't do it at 6, I'll probably do it at 7, so we can just roll into the night. But here's baby boy. He always want to show his face. But all I can say is that it's gonna be some good conversations coming y'all way. Y'all comment down below and let us know what y'all would like to talk about. We say enjoy y'all. Come up on the panel. Yes, Rashonda. That's what I want. And I know this was a warm up, because I had to literally come for Tam tonight. Like, she had, she did not have no heads up. I was just like, look, you want to come up? I'm gonna ask you a question. You know what I'm saying? Because these are real topics. You know what I'm saying? These gonna be some real topics, some real life situations. You know what I'm saying? You gonna say hey to the people.
Yeah.
Say hey. There you go.
Let's do the wheels on the bus.
Yeah,
Let's do
say
the wheels on the bus.
hey. But yes, y'all. So I really appreciate you, Rashonda, if you come on up on the panel next Saturday. Yeah, and like I said, I can have up to 6 people on the panel, and we can really, really just bring some awareness in this world, with our wisdom, our life experiences, stuff like that. So Tam, I thank you so much. If y'all are in the chat or watching this replay and you're not connected to my sister, always Tam, you go over there and check her out. As you can see, she's very down to earth, about the realness as well. She may not do all the talking, but as you can see, that she real. And she got some real stuff that she, has been through. So therefore, what she's sharing on her channel, some real life stuff. She's a lifestyle channel, and I love her content. She's awesome. So check her out. Subscribe. Let her know that Unique Speaks sent you there. And hopefully we're going to have Rashonda on here. Frank G be having some awesome comments. So Frank G, I want you to pray on your spirit, because remember what I said on your channel. I said it is time. This is the time, okay? Like, engage in just like you are in the comment section, and you come on up and, engage on the panel as well. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a lot of wisdom, and from a male's perspective as well. Coach Mary Ma, love your conversation and stuff like that on your channel, because that's what you do all the time. So y'all, want y'all put this in y'all spirit. Every Saturday we're gonna have some real conversations. I'm trying to create this podcast feel of real stuff that's really going on. I may even bring in some stuff that really happens in different types of, on the news, things that we all hits us globally. How are we all being affected by the monkeypox? Like, there's a lot of things going on, and we got to have the conversations now. We all lovey-dovey and community and networking and stuff and connecting like amazingly like we are, but with real families, we have real conversations. So with that being said, y'all know it's the girl Unique Speaks, and I'll just be over here talking about what I'm talking about. And I'm going to see you in the next video. I love you so, so much. And God loves you most. Peace.